Welcome to Watchers on the Couch, Castle Rock. This is your new favorite Castle Rock podcast. I am one half of your host. My name is Chris Nays. I'm sitting across the semi-cluttered table from my co-host. Her name is
Debby Hodges.
And we are here once again to cover this fantastic season of Castle Rock. The second season of 2. This is episode 8. I did not write down the title of this one again.
It's called Dirty.
Oh. Dirty.
Hi. Excuse you.
I had a very good time watching this episode a couple of days ago. I already know this, but I'm going to ask you so that the listeners know where we're at in our watching routines and that sort of thing. When did you watch this episode?
About 15 minutes ago.
Okay. So it came out. We're recording this on Black Friday because obviously yesterday we were very busy doing other things.
Yes.
And I'm going to post a photo of your setup for watching this episode, but I found it very interesting, and I think everybody else will too. You watched this episode. Well, why don't you explain exactly how you set up to watch this?
Well, it's cold outside, so I didn't want to smoke outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I was smoking in my garage. So I have a bucket that I sit on.
Okay.
That's very comfy.
Yeah.
My butt does not get numb. And I put my phone. I have a little pop back on it, you know, the little holder thing.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what those things are. Pop socket, whatever the fuck.
Phone case with something that
pops out.
You're able to position
stand it
certain ways, right?
Yeah, it's the stand. So I popped that back part out and then put it in my doorknob and rested it nicely so it just sat there as a screen for me to look at.
So it's like positioned inside your door handle.
Yeah. So I was hands-free.
While you sit on the bucket.
Right, hands-free so I can take notes.
Yeah, so when I spoke to you via text earlier, you had said you had not even watched the episode yet. I'm like, well, can we make this happen?
Yep, we can.
And you're like, I will watch it right now.
Yep.
And I will head over and we will get this thing done. So.
Well, because I took an unexpected 6-hour nap this morning.
Yeah. So also for listeners' information, Debbie was kind of MIA. I was texting her like, hey, maybe give me a heads up when you know when you're available today after shopping and whatever, you know?
Yep.
Because off mic last week, we sort of discussed when we could do this, right?
Right. And I said I would be shopping this morning, but I should be back by early afternoon.
Yeah. And I heard nothing. So
Either I was dead from shopping.
Yeah. Or you had your phone off or something. So eventually I called you when it was probably about crunch time. Like, we're either going to have to do this really soon or it's probably not going to get done.
Yeah, I think it was like at 1:12.
Yeah. And I think my call woke you up.
It did, which I much appreciated because my 17 alarms I set had not.
So all that to say, we're making it happen for you lovely listeners out there.
Yeah, because we didn't want to push it off till next week.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have another cat purring into my mic.
Well, he just came and visited me. I wasn't giving him the proper amount of attention, so he goes back to his owner.
I want to touch him, but that just means he stays over longer.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's forcing himself upon you.
He really is. He's
lots of cat action right up top, just like last week. It's fine. Everything's fine here. Okay, so episode title is Dirty.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I can't see it now.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's called Dirty.
Last week, we opened up with a bit of a troll rant,
and
then talked about some stuff we're into, but I was distracted because of that troll rant from telling you that I saw Dr. Sleep 2 weeks ago.
That is true, and I forgot to ask you about it.
Yeah, we both got sucked into this conversation about how people are total assholes out there, right?
Which I learned again last night.
Yeah.
While shopping.
Maybe if we all have time, we'll get to that. But, so, Dr. Sleep, I saw it at the at Ronnie's, which is like my favorite place to go to watch movies now.
Gosh, you can recline. The only thing that would make it better is if their seats were heated.
Yeah, that's the one thing
The
that they
only
don't
thing
have
that
going
could make
on.
it better. Well, that and also if they would sell Coke products.
Mm-hmm.
But I just get root beer when I go there now.
Well, so I saw this with, I think I went by myself to this one, if my memory serves me correctly. Anyway, we sort of touched on why this movie didn't work for people or critics or whatever, or why people just didn't go. You know,
Right.
why it was not a
Was it 30 years too late?
like a hit. You know, we are still sort of up in the air whether or not we're going to do a review episode about it, like a full
I
dedicated
still haven't
episode.
seen it.
Right, you haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet. Until that happens, we're not doing one. But
I could fake it.
yeah, don't do that. I want to kind of just give my general thoughts of it.
Mm-hmm.
I really
He's chewing on his fingers, not the cord.
sitting on my notes, grooming himself.
Uh-huh.
I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. From what I remember of the book, it's very faithful to it. I have heard that there are some kind of like subtle changes, but I would have to, in order to know that, you know, the extent of that, I would have to go back and actually read it through again, which I am planning on doing, but
I think the problem is that he keeps fucking with this thing and moving it because I keep having to adjust this.
the mic stand.
Yes.
It's all in the process. That's every single week, man. So, I think that a lot of King's most recent work has dealt with children in danger.
Yeah.
If anyone out there is going to see or is planning on seeing this, remember that you will be furious with the villains, which actually is like what the entire point of them using that as a plot device is to make you hate the villains.
Well,
in the
yeah,
movie,
because
right?
if children are in danger, it
Yeah.
pulls at your heartstrings.
They're literally targeting children who have the power of the Shining, right?
Right.
There's a couple of really intense moments with kids in this movie that I was cringing and like uncomfortable in my seat. So not a lot of horror movies do that to me anymore.
Yeah.
Most of the time they're really cheesy.
Well, usually it's the jump scares that they do.
Yeah. And that's a whole separate thing than
Right.
like making you just like
Feel weird.
feel really weird about what you're watching, right?
Yeah.
Move that up a little bit into your
It just keeps falling.
Let me
See?
maybe tighten that a little, like as hard as you can or something. I don't know.
That's what she said.
So I definitely recommend people see this movie, even if you have to wait until it's out on, you know, streaming or whatever. It's certainly worth people's time. It's one of the best adaptations of his stuff that I've seen in a while, I think.
Mm-hmm. I do have a question for you.
Sure.
Because I've only seen the trailers for the movie, and I haven't read the book. I should read the book. Okay, without spoiling anything, like the bad guys, like the people after them, like this is all like we've never known about them before this, right?
Correct. They are not mentioned in any of the
Does that
of the original
flow
book.
easily, or does it seem like Stephen King was like it was an afterthought and he just made them bad guys so he could write another book?
No, it actually works really well with the established story
Okay.
of certain people having this ability, right?
Right.
Basically what this group is, I described them to some family yesterday at the Thanksgiving stuff as psychic vampires. Now they're not.
Okay.
Now when you say vampires, immediately people think, well, they're sucking people's blood or whatever.
But well, they're like sucking probably their energy or their
s-
power.
Yeah, their soul. Really, it's like their soul and their power and all of that is what they are after because it grants them immortality. As
Okay.
long as they keep, and they stockpile them as
It's
well.
like a succubus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as long as they have this stuff to consume every however long they need it to keep surviving, their health decreases as long as they are not consuming this the essence of being or whatever it is
Right.
that they pull from kids. Or
And it's got to be kids.
it doesn't necessarily have to be kids, but they talk about this in the story, how the power actually deteriorates over time. It becomes like muddied.
Right. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Child is pure.
Yeah. So and they're way more powerful when they're kids most
Gotcha.
of the time.
Okay. I was just wondering if that was like
It's also harder for them to find people who are older that have, they're less desirable to them anyway, but
Yeah.
they're harder for them to track down when they're not.
as powerful.
It's like they shoot up a flare in the sky whenever a kid uses the power.
It's like a beacon.
It draws them to
Yeah.
them, right?
Gotcha.
And then they wait for the perfect moment when the kids are alone, and they pounce on them.
see.
It's really an intense movie, and it's like I said, not just for horror fans, but really for anybody that just likes a good movie. I was in 100%, and it's a long movie. It's like 2.5, something like that, hours. But it doesn't feel like a long movie like some others that we've seen recently.
Right.
So
You're watching it going, is this done yet?
Absolutely. I am, of course, more apt to like Stephen King stuff just because I'm a huge fan.
Right.
But I think that anybody who's even just like kind of a fan would probably enjoy this movie.
Cool.
So I hope you see it soon.
I hope to. I hope
That way we can talk about it more at length and like really get into the nuts and bolts of the thing, instead of just sort of vaguely talking about it without any spoiler kind of stuff whatsoever. Also got to mention, Ewan McGregor is amazing in it. He's very, very good. I don't necessarily see like Danny the kid in him.
Yeah.
But at playing an adult Danny, he certainly does it well. He's kind of plagued by the alcoholism thing that runs in his family with his dad.
Yeah.
And he's kind of haunted by these memories of awful shit that happened to
Well,
him.
yeah, of course.
And then the actress, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but the actress that plays the main villain, Rose the Hat, she is awesome.
Yeah, she looks really familiar.
Gosh, I wish I could reference stuff that she's been in, but I looked at her IMDb sort of back catalog, and I haven't seen hardly any of it. So.
Oh, really? She just has a familiar face.
Yeah, but she's great. So, all those reasons mean you should go while it's still in theaters and see it if it's possible at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I have some time coming up that I'll be off work, so as long as it's still in theaters, which that'll probably be when they pull it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. All the second run theaters are fucking disappearing. So.
I know. There's no more, what is it, Keller or whatever the fuck it was?
Keller 8 is gone now.
Yeah.
I don't even know any others.
I don't either.
Like, that was the last one that I would go to once in a while.
Yeah, I need to look up and the ceiling would be missing tiles.
Right. They actually, the last time I went there were trash bags covering some of the seats because, like, probably water
dripping?
had, yeah. So...
I mean, that theater was so old school. You walked down into the theater.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
you came in from behind, like old school.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's what she said.
There's a lot of that going around today. You want to get into this episode?
Sure.
Straight away?
Yeah.
No break? No break. Battery check. Oh, we're golden. Here we go.
Excuse me, Nicola. Pardon me.
Episode 8, titled Dirty. We start at the Marston house, and Ace is leading Annie and Joy inside,
Yeah.
right? And Ace is being extra nice to them.
Yeah, he's like, you're safe. It's cool.
that sort of goes along with where we've been led up to this episode, right?
Yeah.
He
Like he's a complete body snatcher.
has this plan for specifically Annie, right? Ends up being more than that as we go through this episode, but
which I can't believe neither one of us saw coming.
yeah, no,
Because it now just seems so obvious.
yeah, with Joy being an innocent child
And
in
an
this
artist.
whole thing, right? It's like the flags for that were there.
Yeah.
We missed them
For sure.
So that's a very quick sort of thing where you see them being brought in there, and then we move to seeing the sort of procession of most of the town being marched behind this statue.
Yeah, as soon as the statue like passes by businesses, the people are going outside to follow.
Right. It's converting people
pretty
along
powerful.
the way.
Yeah.
So that's only bad.
Yeah.
So anybody that wasn't there, they're not going to be wild cards in the situation. It's kind of going through the entire town and picking up everybody along the way.
Rallying the groups.
Ace is messing with Annie's pills.
Although, okay, before you get to that, did you see the sign that said "This way, New Jerusalem; that way, dairy"?
Yes,
I
did.
love those little dairy.
Yeah, they're making sure that you know that we are still in this sort of I don't know, microcosm universe, you know, like these towns that we've seen pop up over the many years of Stephen King stories are all kind of right in the same area.
Yeah, they're all connected. And what does that tell you? Don't live up there in
Don't,
the Northeast.
Nobody should live here.
All the evil's connected.
So back in Marston House, Ace is kind of going through her pills and sort of moving certain ones over to the side.
He's completely replacing them,
right,
with either placebos or vitamins or something. Yeah. But they look exactly the same as her normal pills.
Yeah, and right after that, he's kind of manipulating her to her face, right? They're having a conversation, and he's sort of holding the Joy situation over her, like,
you're safe.
You should be here because the child services are going to come for you, and then you're going to be in jail soon afterwards. So you might as well just hang out here with us.
Yeah, it's safe. It's cool. I know you think you killed me, but obviously I'm not dead,
right.
So it's totally fine.
And you know, now that you mention that, she almost immediately has a vision of him dead while they're talking.
Well, because she's not on her medication.
Right. So she's starting to sense danger again because she's not on her medication.
Yeah,
right?
that's a big time for them. Like they want to keep her medicated, otherwise she goes
she's
murder
actually
crazy.
It seems like she's better off when she is crazy because she's able to handle these insane situations that keep happening to her.
That's true. She's able to switch it pretty easy.
So as soon as I saw that, I was like, finally, we get the crazy one back. You know, that's actually the one I find way more interesting in the stories. Like, when she's calm, you know, she is able to be a better mother to Joy or pseudo mother to her, right?
Yeah.
But then when somebody's about to murder her, she's better off totally off of her pills and wacky, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
she's got that like crazy strength.
Right, exactly. And, you know, she just has a better intuitiveness about her. You know, she is picking up on things without realizing she is.
Well,
she's seeing visions of things that she should remember, you know.
Yeah, I think also it's in her brain, everyone is bad except for her and Joy. So it makes it easier to be in those situations and have the flight or fight.
Right.
Where you fight because everyone is bad, no matter who they are.
Right. Everyone in this universe except for a very small group of people, you know. We have like Pop, Nadia, Abby to an extent.
Which we didn't see Pop at all this episode.
No, we didn't. So that means the next episode or the one after that, he's going to come fucking save the day.
Yeah.
That's my prediction anyway.
Well, yeah, because he ran off.
He's going to swing in on a rope.
He's going to be like blindfolded so he can't see the statue.
Yeah. He's going
to be like feeling his way in.
He saw what happened to them, so you got to think he's got to
come
figure
prepared.
out some kind of plan. Right?
Yeah, he's just going to be walking around with a mirror, looking in reflections of things.
Maybe. something. So then we go to not Chris, and he is asked to go get the doctor, who, of course, is Nadia.
Which now we know he didn't kill her because we didn't see her
Right.
at all last episode.
Right. They, I'm guessing he just got her drunk, and then they went off and did their own thing. And then
I imagine
now
they
they're
probably
coming
had
back.
sex. Yeah. I assume
Yeah,
they did.
I mean, it seems like that's what they're doing together. Now that you clued me into that whole situation, I was totally clueless until you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
So this situation escalates very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Chris goes to, I guess, is it the hospital that they're at?
No. He first meets her at her house.
Yeah, that's right.
And comes in.
Attacks her at the house.
Right. And then she gets the one up on him.
Right. But while they're fighting, he says to her, Chris is dead.
Yeah.
And you are next.
Right.
Right? So he kind of spills the beans to her because she's kind of been clueless about everything that's going on, right?
Right.
At least as far as the whole possession situation and that sort of thing.
Yeah, he's finally
stuff with
giving
Ace.
away that he's not really Chris.
Yeah.
But she kills, or she doesn't kill him, but she makes him pass out with her stethoscope. So that was pretty cool.
Right, yeah, she chokes him out. And I wasn't sure if that was like just a choke out or
I figured it was. They've had
Yeah.
sex. She's not trying to kill him yet.
yeah. But she did tip him off that it's not actually him. So if she would have killed him, I would have been okay with it. Just because he's literally trying. It seems like he's trying to murder her right there.
Yeah, but they have too much of a history. She's
Yeah.
gotta figure out what's going on first.
That female ingenuity. She's got a.
Well, she's a smart
She's
doctor.
not quite gonna kill him.
Yeah, you
before
don't want to
she
make a
knows the whole
rash
story.
decision.
Yeah. Yeah, and Nadia, of course, is not known for being a irrational character, right?
Right.
She's like you said, she's a doctor. She's very smart. She's on top of her shit,
Yeah.
So, anyway, Nadia chokes him out. Then we see that I guess Ace's group is given the go-ahead to cut off all power.
Cell towers.
Right. The communication to the outside world is to be cut off.
Yeah.
And then they're told to kill everyone who is left.
Right.
That is not turned, but whoever is left in the town who is off on their own accord,
Yeah.
they need to be eliminated so that we can fulfill this prophecy.
Right. And that's where we go back to Nadia and we see 911. doesn't
Nadia's
work.
alone. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we mentioned this in previous episodes, but like all of our characters that we know are good and able to do good in this story are being split up from each other.
Yeah.
Right. There's something to be said for their strength in numbers, right? Especially in this, like, prime example is like Joy comes back to help Annie, right?
Yeah.
If they were split up, no help is coming.
Right.
They're
Well,
in the woods,
You got to split them up so you can bring them back together.
Right. So, Joy is sleeping at the Marston house. Joy's art reminds Ace of Amity's art, which is what we were kind of referring to at the beginning of this podcast, right?
That we should have seen the signs.
Yeah, that we should have seen this coming. Ace goes and powwows with the casket for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we get a scene with Annie and Ace. He's asking her a bunch of fucking weird questions about Joy. She is picking up on how weird this conversation is, right?
Yeah. Well, he, in a roundabout way, finally gets to, well, is she on medication?
Right.
Like, that's all he wanted to know.
Right. And so, like you said, in a roundabout way, he
Yeah.
finally gets there. And she's like, why would he ever ask about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on her face, that's what you see. She's like processing.
Well, yeah.
this
She's like, of course
weirdness.
not. She's perfect. She's fine. She's
While
not
they're
like me.
while they're talking about this, she notices that the basement is locked up, right?
Yeah.
And the basement is where she's on the verge of remembering things. And we actually do get a vision of the spiral staircase or whatever, or that goes down to the basement
Yeah.
or up from the basement, I guess is what she did originally.
Yeah.
Whoa, hello. We got some more cat action. So I put basement is dangerous ?
Well,
Like,
no,
why
because
is he saying this?
he says it's totally safe.
Right.
He says it's just they're finishing it up. They don't want
Right.
anybody to get hurt down there.
Yeah.
It's
So
fine.
she sees through his bullshit.
I don't know
Right.
how she could see through that bullshit.
Why would it ever be locked up if it's totally safe? You know?
Right.
Remodeling is not a solid excuse to have it totally locked up, right?
I mean, that's a heavy duty lock for just
Yeah.
wanting to keep people safe from the basement.
Yeah.
From nails or something.
Also, this Annie and Stair stuff is sort of a callback to Misery. Because the basement is where she puts Paul for, when people start coming to the house and questioning her about what is going on, with her and that sort of thing. That's where she's able to hide him while people come into the house.
Right.
And I believe in the movie he even knocks her down the stairs. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen the movie in a while.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
So anyway, it's a callback of sorts.
Yeah.
Nadia is informed of the parade.
Yeah, we forget to mention that she took Chris to the hospital.
Right.
And she's got him on a gurney strapped down.
Right.
She thinks he's having a psychotic break.
Right,
so she
right.
gives him antipsychotic medication.
Yeah. So the real Chris is fighting back because of this medication, right?
Right.
And he is telling her, look, they're coming here. I think he tells her about the parade too, right? Is that where that happens?
No. She sees the patient, and the patient says everybody went out to see the parade. Yeah.
That's right. Chris kind of gives her the lowdown on everything that is happening.
Yeah, he says he knows somebody's inside of him.
Right. And the drugs are a key to this situation. Again, we knew they were going to come back around, and in this episode, they're pretty prime for both storylines, right?
So now the doctor, because didn't we say she was going to save the day with the medication? The medication is what saves them. And
right.
So now we finally have her seeing
and she's the
the
one who has the
medication.
keys
Yeah.
to that.
The medication will help you get to the real people.
While they are dealing with that situation, impending danger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Annie is having her psychotic break.
Yep.
Even further than we kind of saw before. It's like a very steep hill, but she climbs it quickly.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, because before she was seeing visions of her dead father.
Mm-hmm.
And now
yeah,
it's visions of her dead mother.
Yeah, at first she starts hearing her, and then she starts seeing her.
Yeah.
And it's not a good vision.
No.
It looks... Honestly, the makeup on the visions of her mom was really good.
Because she's a drowning victim.
Yeah,
so.
you see how the water has affected her face.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like a bloated corpsey sort of looking thing.
For sure. Which is why when Annie's in the bathroom trying to take more pills, all that water comes out of the mirror.
Right. So then, back at the Marsden house, Joy is waking up. She goes downstairs, and Ace is starting to manipulate her. But Joy is not into it.
No.
She is not as easily kind of swayed or...
Well, because she remembers that he was not a nice man.
Right, exactly. And she's not on any kind of medication at all.
Yeah.
Annie then makes her way into the basement after somebody comes up and leaves it unlocked, right?
Yeah.
She goes down and sees the dead piled everywhere.
Yeah, all the bodies.
It's ridiculous. Which is that's confusing to me because
they're body snatchers, so
but some of the I guess maybe not all of them need to be put in a casket and put under the water.
And maybe that's just their backlog.
Yeah, maybe they haven't been able to get all of them back yet or something.
Yeah, because it's a process, so maybe they can only do 2 people at a time.
I don't know. It was weird, but
so all the other dead people are just waiting.
Yeah. So then we see a shot of everybody still marching, and it's well, where are we going? they've given kind of no heads up as to where everybody is headed.
Yeah.
They're just moving slowly away from the town into sort of back roadish area,
Well, I
right?
figured they're all coming. Yeah. But we also see somebody come up behind Joy
Mm-hmm.
and take her.
So Chris, the real Chris, is asking for more drugs because he can feel the not Chris rising up in him to retake the body from him, right?
The meds are wearing off.
This is where we get an awesome sort of scene where the goons are chasing Nadia around the hospital.
Yeah, because again, they've been told to shoot anybody that's still alive.
Right. And while this is happening, while she's being chased around, not Chris has retaken the body and he's screaming.
Yeah.
So she wraps duct tape or something around his mouth so like
And she muffles him.
Yeah, the screaming is not going to draw the goons to her. Turns out they do. He does anyway.
Yeah.
But Nadia is again very resourceful. She's able to evade them for at least the temporary, right?
Right. Well, she goes to the one room that is locked.
Right.
By only her.
And I'm guessing that the windows and stuff are bulletproof.
I don't think so because like it was shooting through, but I think there was like mesh in between the windows.
Yeah.
Like you can't break
Right,
the windows down and get inside.
They're definitely you can't break through them and grab the stuff because that
Right.
would why would there even be locks on the doors?
Exactly. Yeah. I
You
think
could
there's
just break
I think
through.
there's like a
There's a
barrier
mesh.
in between the glass.
This is where I put wow, way too many shitty commercials while I'm trying to watch this show.
Oh, yeah, I don't have any commercials.
Yeah. Well, Lindsay and I shared the account, and she opted for the commercial where we save a couple of bucks a month.
See? You wouldn't have this aggravation.
I know. We should probably just
Splurge.
not do that.
Yeah. What is it, like $3 extra or something?
It's barely anything, but
Yeah.
she's paying for it, so I don't know. That's up to her. It's out of my hands, is what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
This is mostly car commercials, which are to me the worst.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not planning on buying a car,
Yeah.
so I don't need to see this.
Yeah, because my runtime was 37 minutes and some odd seconds. How long was yours with the commercials?
It's like a minute and a half or 2 minutes every commercial break.
Oof.
Yeah, so you add a good 10 minutes,
Yeah.
but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Anyway, we go back to Annie hiding. She's hunted again by her dead mom.
Yeah. And her mom keeps saying she needs to get Joy clean,
Right.
which we all know what that means.
Exactly. She has to. Annie ends up having to murder like 3 of these,
I know.
body snatcher people.
I was so excited when she grabbed the large kitchen knife. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah she's going to go all stab happy.
So you asked me to warn you a few episodes ago if there's anything knife wise was going to happen again. So this is where I was. This is why I sent you the text message earlier this week that was going to happen.
It wasn't the hand, so it was okay.
Yeah, much better than what we saw before. She slits the throat.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
There might have been some stabbing too. I can't remember.
The knife breaks somehow, and the lady has the portion that broke off and stabs Annie in the shoulder. Right. And then Annie's like, "Look what you're making me do," as she's like slicing her throat.
Then we get a sledgehammer kill, which is pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
I loved that one.
Yeah. She bashed that guy's head in.
Again, I just really like seeing Annie crazy because this is like the Annie that I know from Misery.
It's the Annie we know and love.
Exactly. And, I don't want her near me in real life, but...
Just don't be a dirty bird and you'll be fine.
Yeah. It's like... By the way, I forgot to say hello to our dirty birdies out there.
Oh, hi, dirty birdies.
Hi. Anyway. I kind of wrote in my notes, like, will Annie end up having to kill Joy?
Oh.
Because, they exit out this back door, right? They eventually join up together. Annie finds Joy in the
Yeah,
house.
and after a moment of almost strangling her, she's like, okay.
They had hid her up in the attic, like behind lock and key. So
Right, but when she gets up there, her mom, like, again, is in her head and
Right.
telling her to kill her.
yeah.
And she almost does, and then they run outside.
So that's why I put that, is because, with the crazy Annie coming back, now we're getting all these flashbacks of things that have happened. Her at the water, getting ready to put Joy in the box in the water with her. All that sort of stuff comes back. So it's like, man, are we going to get this crazy stuff at the end of the series where, like, Annie ends up having to kill her in order to...
I mean, if she's body snatched.
And she's not in the misery... Joy's not in the misery story at all. So what
Yeah.
happened to her?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's certainly possible that something is going to happen to her, especially since she's one of the characters that we like.
Of course.
The dramatic thing is to take her away from us.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like, spoilers for Walking Dead a few seasons ago, where one of our favorite characters, well, actually I just won't even say who it was, but it was a huge thing. People should know about it already. But one of the characters that was there almost from day one of the show gets brutally murdered by Negan. And,
that
and
one,
it's
yeah.
something that, like, made people stop watching the show.
Yeah.
It was that much of a heartbreaking thing.
Yeah, I watched maybe the next season after that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I quit because I was like, I can't take watching all these people die.
Yeah.
Like, it was just too much.
It's what the show is.
Yeah. Every show, I would have, like, heart palpitations.
Well, it's like
I felt like I needed a Xanax.
I know we're moving off on a side road of Walking Dead, but the thing about that is, the longer you spend with the characters, the more that you are attached to them, and you attach your own emotions to them, and you like them more, or you hate them more, or whatever, and they're being taken away from you means that much more, right? So when blank gets brutally murdered, it's like,
with Lucille.
what is the point now? That I can understand that point of view of it. It's like, man, we came so far with him, we thought we were going all the way. It turns out not so much.
Right. Well, and it was like that with every character that they killed off. So.
Mm-hmm. But not early on. Early on, you're like, oh, that was kind of cool.
Well, yeah, because you weren't so like attached to them yet.
Exactly. Yeah, you'd spent 10 episodes with them instead of 100.
Right.
So anyway, let's go back.
Okay.
Let's get back on the road here. They exit out sort of a back door, and everybody in town is gathered outside the house.
Yeah, they're all staring.
Yeah, they're all looking at the statue still. And this was right before a commercial break. And they all the Annie and Joy looked sort of in the same direction as them. So I thought, because they went to break, oh shit, maybe they got immediately turned just like the rest of them.
Yeah. Because they don't know not to look.
Right. Then they tease that by, when they come back from commercial, they go to the other characters. So I'm like, I want to know.
Yeah, they go to Nadia and Chris again.
I want to know what happened. So Chris again is yelling for more drugs.
Yeah.
The real Chris.
Yeah, he's back. He's like, I can see what he's seen.
Yeah.
So he knows the plan and he knows it's not good.
Yeah. So this whole situation with the goons comes to a head where I guess the real Chris fakes that he is the
they trick him.
Right, and they let him in the room, and I sort of saw that coming.
Yeah. Well, because he had said right before that, I can't hold him for much longer.
Right.
Or he's like, I got a hold of him for right
Yeah.
now or something.
So, but then he tells them to come in, and they don't show Annie for a second. Nadia. So, like, you're not sure if he punched her out or something like that. And then
I
in.
figured it was a farce.
Yeah. So Annie is sort of, or shit, I did it again. Nadia is sort of in the corner. She does a sneak attack, and Chris also does a sneak attack at the same moment. Nadia is able to not get shot, but Chris is not so lucky.
Nope.
He gets a gut shot, and that's not good at all.
Nope.
Unless you have immediate surgery.
Which is what she wanted to do, but he
Yeah.
said no, he was already dead.
Right.
And then he says, I just have to tell you, I've always dead.
So that combined with him just sort of being a side character for most of the series, this season so far, I didn't really care that much when he died.
Yeah.
I didn't have that much attachment to him. I'm like, okay.
Nadia cared.
Yeah. She's like, no!
Well, because he almost was going to say, I've always loved you.
Yeah. Like, yes, I get what they're going for there, but that's sort of a gripe I have with Chris is like we didn't get enough time with him really to.
He wasn't fleshed out enough for
No,
you. Yeah.
like I didn't care. It was like it's okay.
Yeah.
He's a side person, so as long as like our mainstays are fine, then let's just move forward.
I mean, it's going to give her motivation. It's going to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, his
It
death.
informs her character
His
more.
death was not in vain.
Right. So at least he's not a not Chris anymore.
This is true.
Right. So,
So Nadia is safe from him.
it's not for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's going to join up with somebody. I don't know how she's going to find anybody because.
Hopefully she finds Pop.
Yeah. Well, no, there's no
Or
cell
her
service.
brother.
See, that's the thing with cell service now with the way people
Oh, yeah,
are.
we're all fucked.
We're all fucked. You take away our food and our cell service, and everyone is screwed.
Yeah.
There is not, I mean, besides maybe farmers who, are able to deal
Yeah, they'll
with
be
both
fine.
of those situations.
Well, it'd be sending up smoke signals.
Yeah. So we move forward to our final sort of segment, which is Annie and Joy sort of edging their way through this crowd of people while
Yeah.
they're all still hypnotized, right?
And so far, they have not looked at the statue.
Right. Now, while they're doing this, there are people on kind of 3 of 4 sides moving their way towards them.
Yeah, they've been spotted.
Annie is the taller of the two, I guess, so she could sort of see
Yeah.
above the
They're both
fray.
short, but yeah.
Yeah, she's able to see, like, oh, if we go this way, we'll be fine.
Well, I think there was like a vehicle that they were trying to get to
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. And, it looks like they're about to get there. They're about to get through everybody.
But then the crowd starts moving.
The crowd starts moving around. It jostles our 2 main characters away from each other.
Yeah, they lose holding hands.
And then when Annie sees her through the crowd, she is turned.
Yeah.
She is walking very hypnotized, just like the rest of them are.
And as soon as she sees that, she gets captured.
Yeah. So
Annie does.
I'm also thinking that the drugs also maybe are keeping her from falling under the same trance.
But she's not on any drugs.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Maybe just the craziness. Her
Yeah.
crazy brain is keeping her from being tranced.
I don't know, but with her, I mean, she had to have looked in that direction at least a couple of times,
Yeah.
like trying to make her way through all these people and
Right.
stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if they necessarily thought about that as much as I am watching
I
it.
just
but
I just felt like it was her crazy brain.
yeah, and I don't really know where they're going next couple of episodes, but
Yeah, because that's how it ends.
Yeah.
They take her away, and Joy is seen walking with the masses.
right, Annie's taken.
Yeah, they take
And,
Annie and Joy's walking.
I guess it's just further splitting up of characters again.
Yeah.
So pretty much all of our good characters are on their own. They are the ones who they were referring to, like, hunt down any of these people who we are unaccounted for, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any predictions for next week, or are you just rolling along?
I think Nadia is going to meet up with Pop.
Yeah.
I think Annie's captured, so she's kind of out of the game for the moment.
Abdi's also MIA.
Abdi's MIA, so I feel like they're all going to come together. They're going to have a little come to Jesus moment where they get over their issues for the time being.
Yeah.
So that they can work together.
I think that at least one of these, it won't be Annie, but I think at least one of these characters is going to be still missing maybe all of next episode. And then when we get to the finale, that one character, and I know that, like, probably sounds predictable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, like, well, of course that person who's been missing for forever is going to swing in, like I said, like, Pop's going to swing in on a rope or something.
Yeah.
And, like, sidekick whoever it is who's about to kill Annie or Joy or something.
I could see them not showing Annie and showing the other people.
Yeah. Also, we didn't get any of the kid this episode.
No.
Just the statue of him. So,
Well, because we didn't get any flashbacks.
yeah. So I'm wondering if maybe he makes his way in either in the next episode or the one after that again in some way.
Well, we got to figure out what the hell's going on. Like,
Yeah.
how does he fit into all this?
Right. It's there's a lot of plates being spun right now.
And there's only
I'm
2
not
episodes
really-
left.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. But I definitely think that we're gonna get a surprise moment from one of the characters who hasn't been around.
Yeah.
And it's looking. I have yet to be disappointed by a single episode of this season. Really, they've all had things that I really liked about them. So,
Yeah, me too.
hashtag me too. And it wouldn't be the end of the episode without more interruptions.
I know, without Venom trying to take my mic
Venom
away.
is like the cat of the season who is in your face constantly. Actually, both of ours. He makes his way, but mostly you.
He's an equal opportunity.
Yeah. Oh my God.
A little bit of butthole for you there. You like
yeah,
that?
yeah, a little bit of butthole there. Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. If you enjoy the show, leave us a review, share it on your social medias, reshare whatever links that I post on my social media, that sort of stuff. We love to hear your guys' thoughts. That's one thing with this season we're not getting as much as last.
Yeah.
And I don't know why really that is, but people are listening.
Yeah.
We looked at the numbers. I actually sent you a link to a page with some of the numbers. We're doing all right.
Right.
So
More people than I know are listening.
exactly.
so.
More people than either of us know combined probably
Yeah.
are listening. So that's cool. But we'd love to hear from you if you've been silent thus far. If you are, like the kid in this episode and you're just not around, maybe make your voice be heard.
Yeah.
But don't pull us into whatever weird universe you're part of. We don't want none of that.
No, I don't need no
I'm
parallel
okay with
universe.
I'm okay with the screen being between me and this Castle Rock universe.
Uh-huh.
There's too many people with knives and that want to submerge me in a casket
Or drown you.
Just all sorts of things that are
Suicidal
bad.
parents.
Yeah.
You don't need
I don't want
that.
any of that.
No.
But it's fun to watch, and that's why we do this show.
Yeah.
Okay, until next time, bye-bye, dirty birdies. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Say bye, Venom. Boy.